What's up YouTube, it's just Thomas, and today is going to be a personal video. I am literally about to tell the whole story. Let's start from the beginning. So, high school, me and my mom lived together. I wasn't really listening to her rules, so we would always argue, so I thought it would be best if I lived with my grandma, which was cool. Everyone was on the same page, it was all cool and stuff. Until like now, and when I moved in was like 18. That was like 3 years living there, whatever. So I moved in with my grandma. We are all great. I always help her out. I always go to the supermarket for her. I always do everything for her. Anything she asks me, I get done. I do. I'm also not a problematic person. I don't start trouble when I have trouble. It's because the other person, and I know people say that and usually be them, but me, it really just don't be me. I was just living cool in my grandma's house. I had rules, but it wasn't really rules that I had in my mom's house. So it was like I was free. I was grown. Like I'm grown. I get in a relationship and I'm like barely home, but I'm home. So I'm like going back and forth, you know, between my partner's house and my grandma's house. So I was home, but barely home. So whenever I do come home though, I would bring like whatever it is that's needed, whatever that is asked of me, you know, I would do, because I'm never home. I feel like maybe that was wrong of me to do, like thinking back. I should have just been like everyone else. No, actually I shouldn't have, because then bad stuff would have happened to me. And I know good is gonna happen to me. I know for sure, like good greatness is coming. Just keep having positive thoughts, positive energies, positive vibes around me, because if I don't, no one's gonna do it for me. Like, no one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna get you up out of bed and do what you have to do. You gotta do it. You have no time to be sad. And I'm not trying to be like those cliche YouTube videos, self-motivation. No, I'm so serious. Ain't no one know it more than me. It's me. YouTubers say these things and don't go through them. They are in a big house and not really living this. But I'm legit living this. And it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be great. And honestly, I don't even know if it is, but I keep telling myself that because I have faith. The patience, the determination to do whatever it takes for me to be good. Back to the story. So everything's all good. Months go by. In my grandma's house, my cousin lives there. Let's name my cousin Christine. So Christine and my uncle and my grandma and I live together in the house, in my grandma's house. Me and my uncle smoke here and there, but it was never really like any value relationship. It was just like, oh, you want to smoke? Sure, I smoke. Like, you know, you pull up, I pull up on you. We smoked. Like, we had like a good like 20 times about smoking, right? But it was definitely more like you trying me. It was more that than damn, how can you do this to me? You know what I'm saying? I was sleeping, my grandma had woke me up and she was like, hey, can you go to the supermarket for me? So I was like, okay, cool, like what you need, this and that. It's like, all right, well, I want to go to the store. So I had one in my camera bag, which I had my weed that I had bought from 420, my money, my camera, my keys, all in a camera bag, about the size of like, just a little small, like a little smaller than this, no bigger than this, you know what I'm saying? So while she's writing the list for me, I'm getting dressed, getting ready. I go in my camera bag, I take $10 out of the camera bag, because I went to get something from the supermarket, and without me getting something from the supermarket for me, I had to go in that camera bag to get the $10. So without me getting that 10, I had to go inside of the camera bag. I put the whole camera bag on the table after I take the 10 out, and then I just leave. I go to the supermarket, I come back upstairs, I drop everything off, and I go straight to the room. Went to the room, I laid down and just chilled out for whatever. And I had an urge to smoke, and I was like, I want to smoke. So I get up, I go to the living room trying to find my camera bag, and I cannot find it for the life of me. I can't find it. The bag that I just went in to take the $10 bills from, I cannot find, because I'm not understanding it. So I'm looking all around for my bag, my camera bag. I'm looking inside of book bags. I'm looking inside of drawers. So I'm questioning myself, asking all around, like, where is this, where is that, blah, 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 blah. So at this point, I call my mom. I call her and I'm like, hey mom, I feel like he took da-da-da because da-da-da-da. And now it's not here and I don't know what to do because I don't want to act crazy and get kicked out because, yeah. So I was just, the whole day I was going through like wrapped up emotions, like everything. I was just questioning myself, questioning everything, like questioning anything. And I'm just like, I shouldn't have to stay quiet or anything because this is my living situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew for a fact that my grandma would choose him over me without even hearing my side of the story, simply because that's just who she is. That's the type of person who she is. She doesn't care about anyone but him. And that's fine because that's your son. But, you know, at the same time, I did nothing wrong. So, and my mom was like, call grandma. So I had called her or whatever. But before I could even finish the story to my grandma was like, he wasn't even there. Like, I didn't even mention his name. And she was like, he didn't leave his room because she knows he's a Steeler. She tried to shut it down real quick. And before I could even finish, I was like, you don't even know. Like, you don't even know. You really don't know. She was trying to avoid problems and stuff. But at the same time, it was causing more problems. I also called my cousin Christine. And I'm like, yo, da-da-da-da-da. Like, I'm not playing, like I'm about to black. And she's like, really? That's crazy. He took my AirPods as well then because they've been missing this and that. And we just connected the pieces, like 1 + 1 = 2, like, you know what I'm saying? I have Christine's kid with me and I'm like, girl, come and get your kid because I'm from the question. And I know him. I didn't want him to react and then I react. And then it's like Christine kid right there. So she comes. I need to go to the bathroom and I talk to myself because I had to collect my thoughts. I was so frustrated and angry. I didn't want to go into the situation like, yo, you got my stuff and I know you do, so give it to me now. So I was thinking of so many ways that whole day how to approach the situation, and I did by just simply asking, hey, is it cool if I check your room around because I feel like you have my stuff. Like, I feel like you have my stuff. Like, my camera is also in there, my keys. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you have my stuff and I need my stuff now. It was a test because I knew if he would have, like, questioned me or said no, whatever, he definitely took it. And as I knew he would, he was like, for what? And I'm like, because I just told you I had a bag and it's not here now, and it's only us three in the house, and grandma's not gonna take it. If she takes it, she's gonna move it. He was like, I don't have your fucking shit, get out of my room, da da da. So now it's changing. The conversation's changed completely. So I literally stand 10 toes down and I'm like, make me. You're not about to tell me get out your room and I'm gonna what, get out? No. So we're going back and forth while my grandma and Christine is in front of us, and honestly don't know what he said until he said, what if I did have it? And I was like, hold up, what if you did have it? Excuse me? So I'm getting closer, but I'm still not invading space, and then he hit me. So I am back. And we was fighting. I honestly don't really remember that much, but I do know he hit me first and we was fighting. And I just remember like going off, and honestly I felt like he got a reaction that he wanted, and I should have been more forward, leaning towards to get my bag instead of going forwards to fight. But after he hit me, I forgot all about my stuff. And I was like, nah, we gonna fight. He said, oh, I got someone for you. So you know, in the hood, when someone says they have someone for you, it means like someone else is gonna come to fight you because they can't fight you because of size or age or whatever the hell. So that's what I'm assuming. He's like 30 something. I assumed he said he's gonna get someone to fight me like my age or something. So I'm like, I don't care, call whoever you wanna call. He's scared of my mom, right? So I was like, hold on, let me call my mom. So now at that point, he really calling because he's scared of my mom. So I call my mom, I tell her, I'm like, Ma, I just asked him, like, what if I do have it? And then we was going back and forth, and he just hit me, da da da. And she was like, what happened? And she was just yelling. And I was like, I'm going right back. Boop, so I hung up. Like, looking back, I literally left the whole situation and tell my mom and come back. Like, yeah, I'm back, what's up? Like, I may be laughing at the situation, but when I tell you guys, very difficult for me. After that, he's literally calling the cops on the phone with the police, saying my description, saying everything. He was like, he doesn't even live here, he's 21, his name is Thomas, blah blah blah. He has this clothes on. Like, he said I had black sweats, I had my black champion sweats on, a black Sherlin jacket, and Huaraches. Literally, because after we was done fighting, and I don't know where, I'm like, I'm out. So I am over here. Wow, he really called the cops on me. So I'm running down the stairs with my laptop, a Sherlin on my back, shirtless, sweats and Huaraches on. I'm running down the stairs and I see the police entering the elevator, and I'm like, oh, everyone is just staying in jails right now. Like, there's no court cases. Like, I have no problem going, turning myself in, explaining the whole story. Like, I'm dead not the problem. I'm leaving the building. I see like 3 paddy wagons. I see like so many police officers, so many. Like, you would think someone died. And I'm literally walking past these people that are about to go upstairs to try to find me, and they don't even know. I call my ex and I explain the whole story, and he's like, yo, pull up or whatever. So I pull up on him, and he's just like so supportive. I thank him for that so much, because he definitely helped me keep my head above waters when I felt like I was drowning. When I had no one there, like, he was there, and I thank him a lot for that, because just do I never really had someone outside of family like do that to me. So yeah, if you're watching it, stinks. But I was just telling him my whole struggles, everything. Just telling him my whole struggles and stuff about my life and everything, and he was just so supportive, like, just there for me. And it was like I was coming from a situation where family was doing me wrong, so I didn't really know who to believe, I hate that I'm even crying right now. It was just torn. Like, I didn't know what to do next. I didn't know how to move next. It was just stuck. I'm like telling him, like, I need to make money fast. I need to get out of New York fast. I need to, like, it's not like I wasn't escaping from like the police or anything. I was escaping from my reality, and I needed a fresh start. I just needed a fresh start. Like, it was about time for me to get a fresh start. I was going through so many things, still trying to hold my head above waters. It was just too much for me, and I did it. I was like, no, I need to find a way to make money. And I had went on Jack'd and Grindr to give guys haircuts. I knew because of the whole quarantine, people who need haircuts would want for me to give them a haircut. The risk was me getting the coronavirus, me dying, me getting raped. But I felt like those were things I had to do to make money. I literally had to put myself in that situation to get myself out of that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I did about 40 people's hair. I always carried something on me. I just had to do it because no one was going to do it for me. No one was going to give me money. No one was going to. No one was going to do any of that. So I had to do it myself, and that was the only idea I had at the moment to make money fast. I didn't want to sell any body parts. I love myself too much to do that. I didn't want to do favors or anything for money. I made good money on Jack'd and Grindr. It's still something I'm struggling with it's still something I'm dealing with. It's still something that I will overcome. So things are gonna get better. They're gonna continue to get better. And if you are going through something, don't think about it that much. For example, me, I'm going through something and I never really try to. I allow myself 10 minutes throughout the day to think about anything sad. Anything sad I have to think about, that's my time frame. Call it toxic, call it messy, call it emotionally unstable. It works for me. I don't know if it will work for you, but this is just what I do, how I do it. And I want to get back to the point of this video, which is to help people. Like, I'm still literally in this predicament situation, but I will climb myself the way out, and it's okay. And so will you, if you are going through anything at all. If you're not going through anything, life is great, life is good, perfect, you know. Set a goal, continue to strive higher, like, you know, do something that you didn't do before if your life is perfect. But if you're going through it, going through everything, just try not to think about it that much. Try to find a way to get yourself out, and honestly, do whatever you have to do to get yourself out. Do whatever you have to do to get yourself out of any situation that you do not like being in. Whatever it takes, whether it be dangerous, whether it be scary, whatever it is, it's just a story, and the story just builds you. If you have a struggling story and you climbed yourself out of it and you overcame anything, and you're smarter and wiser in your decisions moving forward, I feel like it just betters you as a person and helps you move forward in life. This video is for people who need it. I needed it, and I didn't really have anyone to tell me stuff like this. But that's the end of this video.